Wind carried the smell of rain, though the skies were clear. Far in the lush valleys of Limpopo, the Balabidu people whispered the same name, Majoji, the Rain Queen. She was no ordinary ruler. It was said she could summon storms with her hands, and withhold rain until kingdoms bowed. But her power came with a curse. Generations before, a sacred oracle spoke to the great king Monometopa. From your bloodline, a queen shall rise. She will command the skies, but she will live in solitude, her life bound to the rain she calls. The king's own daughter was chosen. She was given the sacred secrets, rituals of water, chants of clouds, and the dangerous oath, never marry. Never love. The rain must be your only companion. From that day, the Balabidu throne belonged to women, and the title Majoji would be passed from mother to daughter, each inheriting the storm. It was the late 1800s when the sixth Majoji took the throne. She was barely 20, yet carried the eyes of an old soul, calm, unreadable, like the stillness before lightning strikes. The land had been without rain for months. Crops withered. Children went to bed hungry. Neighboring tribes watched the skies with dread, and turned their gaze toward the young queen. At dawn, messengers came from all directions, warriors from the Zulu, envoys from the Tswana, even the distant Swazi kings. They came bearing gifts, gold, cattle, ivory, all for one thing. Queen Majoji, bring us rain. The queen walked barefoot to the sacred hill of Mojoji's Kloof. Behind her, a trail of attendants carried carved calabashes filled with enchanted waters, drawn from secret springs that only the royal bloodline knew. The people gathered in silence. She raised her arms to the sky and began the chant, low at first, then rising with the wind. The words were ancient, older than the kingdom itself. Drums beat in slow, steady rhythm. Clouds began to creep from the horizon, heavy and dark. The air thickened. Every face turned upward. And then, the first drop fell. It was not just rain, it was a torrent, fierce and unrelenting. Fields flooded. Rivers roared back to life. And as the people danced and shouted thanks, Queen Majoji simply turned and walked away, her face unreadable. But not everyone celebrated her gift. Rumors whispered in the huts at night that the queen's powers came from dangerous spirits, that each storm demanded a price. Some said the droughts were her own doing, a way to force obedience. Others claimed they had seen her alone in the forest, speaking to figures